So within your guys' counselling sessions, do you bring that up? Do you bring up like being around brothers? Like, what's your formula? Because there's all of these different advices, like talking about trauma, being around the brothers, having a better connection with Allah, changing your thought patterns. Like, it's like a massive cloud of so many different ways we can combat this. Where's the start, and how do you kind of like? How do you even train yourselves and your other counsellors to be able to pick out which solution is right for that individual person?
So that's why structure is very important, because addiction is all about procrastination, laziness, and so on. And the thing is, with this addiction, it's interesting. I was talking to Ustad Yusuf about it, that it's a bit like ruqya, right? You know, you have that experience of dealing with people with this problem. And I remember a family member going to Iraqi, and the Iraqi is a very experienced Iraqi. First thing he asked this family member of mine is that, did you want to come here? Right, how did you feel on the way here? The family member was like, I didn't want to come here. I was doing my best not to come. And I mentioned this to a few brothers, and they said, we feel the same way before we get onto the calls with you. We don't want to attend the sessions. And I said, that's not you who doesn't want to attend the sessions. That's the inner addict that doesn't want to attend the sessions, because he knows that, you know what, you're in a community, you're around people with direct experience and knowledge of this, and they're going to direct you towards Allah. But the inner addict wants to call you towards the other way. And that's why structure is very important. Discipline is very important. And we've kind of, put it into a program, 8 stages, where we direct everyone. There's worksheets, there's a course, books, and we tell every step of the way, we'll tell people what to do. There's a few things. If I were to just give some examples, and again, this will seem random because I'm just saying it from the top of my mind. And in the course, it's structured, because someone will have to go through a specific program, right, in a certain way. And starting off, right, it's not a solo journey. You need that recovery community, like you mentioned. It's not something that can be done alone. It's not something that you can just read, because a lot of brothers come to me and say, for years we've been, doing self-help stuff, research, work, and trying to combat this on our own. No, it has to be done in a jama'ah, in a community. So that's essential, because you'll forget. With addiction, a person will be sober for a week, and then they'll say, I'm cured. Right? And the reality is, we don't want to deal with our demons, right? The inner demons, right? People want to forget about it. No one wants to be saying, I'm a porn addict, I was a drug addict, right? I was alcoholic, right? So that's the only solution. You have to be in recovery, in a recovery community for life. And this may seem burdensome, but subhanAllah, there's certain brothers that tell me it's the best thing that's ever happened to them.
Wow.
Because certain brothers is saying that we found a new relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It was something that brought us closer to Allah, right? If it wasn't for this wouldn't have happened. So it's more than just getting sober from, the drug, right? It's about happiness. It's about comfort, tranquility, peace. It's about saving your marriage, right? It's about being a better husband, a better father.
Are the calls anonymous? You said that they're the calls.
Yeah, totally anonymous.
So so how does that work? How are you able to manage that?
So I will know who the person is, isn't it? And it's amana. Okay, we can only be so anonymous, but we do. Everyone, you come in, you can have your own nickname, be part of the program, the forums, and then we try to assign accountability partners. And everyone, who has this problem has to remember that you're only going to deal with people who have the same problem. Mm-hmm. Right, so everyone you're dealing with, your accountability partner, who you're going to go through the program, right? They can totally relate, and we try our best, to keep it as anonymous as we can.